Okay, hey everyone. I've gotten a few questions about my tracks. Also, a few questions about my um, chord key bass. Um, so, excuse me. It's early in the morning. This is my process of how I make my little tracks. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm not quite sure of the volume because nobody's on yet to let me know whether or not, you can hear me or not. So anyways, this is my process of how I make my little tracks and my little things that I do. So let's get started. Um, Here we go. First thing I do is I have the melody first. I have the melody first. That's the first thing I do. That's the first part for me, is that part, and then I go on into the other part of me creating my little things that I do. And so first thing we do is stretch it out time wise. Not too long, I'm not gonna be on here forever and all that good old stuff. Let's see. Okay. I feel like that may have, oh boy. Okay, yeah. That may be bad, but we're gonna see. All right. So here's this, I'm up to making my little tracks, showing everybody how I make my little tracks and stuff like that. So that's what yeah, see, that's why I don't go live. I'm calamity walking. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to, making my little tracks and stuff, all right? Or showing everyone how I use my Korg and stuff like that, okay? So, okay, here we are. Here's a beat that I think would fit the situation, right? And I'll pause it for a second. Okay, yes, I'm a church musician, super churchy, apostolic to the core, okay? But I did 9,000 hours of church yesterday, right? Bumping hallelujah, all of that stuff, right? Okay, so this is the other side of me. Everybody has 2 or 3 sides of who they are and what they show and what they do. All right, so this is the other side. Okay, so here we go. All right. I think this is great. We're gonna put it over. Oops, we're gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna drag it on out. Please let me drag it out. What is going on? Alright, so there it is there. The process doesn't take long at all, but we're just getting through it, right? I think that's a pretty cool beat. Nothing over the top. And on this chord, I probably won't be laying bass here. I probably won't. I'll probably be doing bass on bass. All right. As many of you know, I switched back to a 5-string bass. So now back on 5. Okay. Okay, fine. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm just checking one thing, and then we're gonna make sure we're good, and then I can just proceed on. Because if that's the case, we're good to go. All right. And this is mainly just to show the chord, nothing else, not the beats or anything else of the process that I do. Just mainly the chord. I'm not a super technical person, so you get what you get with me, right? That's just how it is. Okay, cool. That works. It looped perfectly. We're good to go. All right, so that's that part. I like that beat. I think it's pretty cool. Now I need to come over here. Oh no. Yeah, there we are. Okay. I think I'm right with this, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so we're gonna listen to another little part and see where we are here. And this is what I do. This is my normal process. I will admit I'm not as great and grand as some of you all that have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. This is just what I do. Just me, just what I do. You know, if you can teach me how to be great and grand like you, please do so. You know, if you can package it in a bottle or some pills or something, hey, I'll take it. You know? All right. So here we are. Let's get to not sure I want to do that. Okay, let's go. Let's just get to this part. Okay, here we are. So we have the Korg running through the Focusrite to go through the little thing that I'm using. And I will admit I'm not as great and grand as you all. I'm not using the latest and greatest situation. I am using GarageBand. That's what I'm using. All right? Because this is not my thing. This is not what I do. This is not, I mean, I do it, but it's not a main focus for me to have all of this great and grand stuff. You know, I don't have it. I wish I had it, but I don't. All right, so here we are. So let's do, we'll run a sample and then we'll lay it and then we'll go on to the next part. So I think that's what I'm going to do for that part. And we'll lay that. Hopefully I can lay it in time. If not, oh boy, that's all I got. Oh boy. That's it. That's all I got. All right. Yeah, here we go. Let's try it. Check that last one out. It'll be okay. We'll edge that out. We'll edge that last one out. All right. And this is just small process of me showing what I do. All right. It's not gonna be super long or anything of that nature. All right. Here we go. So that's that little process. I think I'm going to etch that out. All right, we'll etch that down to that. We'll etch. Okay, great. Perfect. All right. So now we'll do the chords part. I'll stand up. We'll do the chords part. Talk about the keyboard. Okay. So this is a Korg. This thing. This is what this is, right? Don't mind any of the stickers that are on there. That's thanks, Cam. That's what this is, all right? And I use it to run bass when I play R&B live, you know, so I use it to run bass. And, you know, when I do my little tracks, and I'll say, you know, here's a little track that I did, just a pebble on the beach, right? So this is what I'm using, this right here. Yeah, so this is where we are. That's what I'm using. It's nothing over the top. It's, you know, it's just a little Korg minilogue, that type of situation. It's really good. I like it. I love it. One thing I normally do, which I don't have, here it is. This is my one of my guitar tuners that I used back in the day, long time ago. Long time ago, thank you. And so what I normally do is I take have a really short cord that I use, and I plug it in the back of here, and I make sure that I'm in tune. You know, I make sure I'm in tune and everything, and then I go on. Normally what I do is I turn it on and I let it sit. You know how synthesizers and keybasses can be sometimes. Have to let them sit for a second, acclimate. My sissy is on. Hey, girl. You have to turn them on, and you have to let them acclimate and everything. And I do that process first, and then I check to make sure I'm in tune and everything, and then we proceed on that in that nature. So here we are. All right, so that's that part. If you hear anything creaking, it's the chair. It's, you know, it can be a little wiggly at times and make noises. So that's where we are. All right, so we were going to lay the tracks. The keys. That's where we are. We're going to lay the keys. All right, so because I'm prone to flaws a lot. You've been wondering about that, yeah. That's one of those things that, you know, you definitely do. I had been wondering about it too, and I had never seen anybody do it. I didn't know it could be done until one day I was watching a video, and the great, wonderful bassist Justin Raines, I saw him do it. Cool. I saw him do it. And so when I saw him do it, I said, if he could do it, then maybe I can do it. So I just, you know, dropped everything I was doing. I ran in here and I was like, oh, dear God, I can do it. You know, I can make sure that I'm perfectly in tune. And so there we are. That's that part. Okay. So now we're going to run the keys part, and that'll be that. And then I may lay some bass. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So here we go. Do I want to? Yeah, let me make sure I'm straight. Because, yeah, prone to flaws. I'm the most flawed person you will ever meet, ever, on a musician band set. You know, I'm very flawed. If there's a bad note to be played, I'm going to be the one to play it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you that right up top. And then you can just say either you're hired or fired. Or either or, I get it, you know. So here we are. wish I was. GarageBand is what I'm using. I'm not one of these over-the-top type of people. It worked out, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's my process. So you guys can hear me clearly. That's my process. No, I'm not in the lab. I'm in this little bitty room that you like the lights on. I turn the lights on, but I don't think they can show up. Let's see if they'll show up today. Because it's daylight, you know, so I don't know. There we are. There we are. A little bit of a light show. Okay, that's just for Reese because he likes the lights. All right. So yeah. That's that part. So we'll hear it again. I think it's pretty cool. You guys think it's okay? I think it's okay. I'll tell you how it came to me. Gonna get you some? Yeah. It's a vibe. Thank you. All right. So there we are. That's that part. I don't know what I would lay bass wise. I really don't. And that's strange because I'm a bass player. You would think the first thing that came to me would be the bass. Is that an intro? No, that's just it. That's what I would do to, like sometimes I have videos on YouTube, which this video will be on YouTube. So sometimes I have videos on YouTube that I talk about stuff. And so I have a little music playing in the background. This is what this is. And what I'll do is I'll turn the camera so you guys can see. What I'll do is I just put it up here so that it can be looped. And I'll loop it and run it like that. So it's looped and ran, and I'm talking over it about whatever product I'm talking about, which will probably be the Korg minilogue. And just, yeah, that's what I normally do, you know? So that's that process of that. Okay, yeah, that's that process of that. Use synth bass. Yeah, okay, use synth bass. We'll see. I don't even know what bass line I will play. That's the sad part. So okay, I'll use some synth bass. Hopefully not to crash and burn on live, huh? Right? What will I play? Something of that nature. I know it's a little dark, but thanks, Unc. I appreciate that. That is the great Jerome Clater, who allows me to play bass for his group Touch of Class. Amazing guy. Have a funny story about Jerome. I won't tell it now, but yeah, amazing guy. I used to be terrified of Mr. Jerome. That's a whole story by itself. But anyway. All right, so here we go. Yeah, we'll try to find a good patch. you guys are catching me way before Starbucks. So, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I think that's pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll draw back all of my levels so that I can hear what I'm doing on bass. Yeah, there as well. Let's see. Yeah, that's at my ear level there. I know it's kind of low, but that's at my ear level, and then we'll run the bass back so that we can thank you, I appreciate that. So that's John Price. He's another great musician who allowed me an opportunity to play with him in Glen Allen, Virginia. I don't think I'll ever forget that. He reached out to me, and so that was amazing for that, him doing that. And I can't say enough about also Reese, who reached out to me some years ago about playing at Faith and Hope, and I have been there ever since. And there's a story about me being at Faith and Hope as well. I remember in my mind, I will tell this story real quickly. I remember in my mind, I was thinking, I'll play this service, and then if they call me back, they call me back. If they don't, oh, it's okay. I understand, because you guys don't know that I've been kicked. I shouldn't say that. I have been uninvited. That's a better word. I've been uninvited to a lot of places due to politics. Hallelujah. Won't the Lord word you right? Due to politics. I have been uninvited due to politics. So that's that story. And the reason why is I went back to Faith and Hope. Reese's aunt, who has gone on to be with the Lord, Lady Roman's mother, she looked at me and she said, please come back and join us again. Come back.
11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock, guys. So she said, sorry, she said, please come back and join us again. Come back like next Sunday or whatever. And because she said it, that's what I did, and I've been there ever since. Amazing woman. I miss her. She's going on to be with the Lord. So yeah, that's that part. Okay, so let's lay some key bass. All right, here we go. All right, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. How about that? Yes, sir. Absolutely. All love. Now like that. All right. So we'll try to make it work. Like I told y'all, I'm very flawed. Here we go. Yeah, jack that up. All right, let's see how it sounds. Just a little bit, and then I'll see where I want to run with it. just terrible. I can say it. You guys are saying it, so it's okay. Let me see something. All right, we're on track now. All right, I think, here we go. We're gonna see. All right, just a little something. We'll fix it a little later on in life. How about that? Oh, I guess I need to kind of turn it up so you guys can hear it a little bit more, huh? Sorry. Like I said, flaws and all. Here I am, y'all. All right. Nothing fancy, nothing over the top, but it hit me. So I wanted to show my process of how I do things. That's it. That's my process. This is what I do to make my little tracks. So when you see me on YouTube with the little tracks that I do, or on Facebook, you know, and I say, hey, this is a little track that I made, and blah, 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 blah. This is the process. This is what I'm using. The Korg minilogue. This right here. Do this so I don't drop it. All right. So this is it. This is what I'm using. And the patch. I don't even know. The Keybase patch is 19. The Keybase patch is 19, but the other patch I use, I don't know. I don't remember what it is. I think it's maybe 64 or 65, maybe. We'll see if that's it. All right, so that's my process of how I run the tracks and what I do. But I think that other patch is either 64 or 65. Let's see. No. Yes, it's 64. Brassy PWM. That's the patch that I use for the chords. So you know, you can stretch your chords out. All right. So that's that. That's the patch that I use for the chords. Was this 64? Sorry, I almost dropped it. 64 is what I used for that. And for the bass, I used Boogie Bass, and that's number 19 on here. So that's Boogie Bass that I used for the bass. So that's what I use for the bass. Right? That's that. 64, like I said, Brassy PWM, I think is what that was. So yeah, that's where we are. All right. So that's my process. Once again, this is how the track sounds. All right. And I just laid that from scratch. The only thing I didn't do was the beat. The beat is Afternoon Dreaming beat. Y'all know I'm blind. Afternoon Dreaming beat. So that's the beat that I used. All right. But everything else I did. Of course, you saw. You can run it back. You saw me do the lead line. You saw me do the chords, and you saw me do the bass. All right. So that's my process of what I do. It's very small, but that's just me. Small. How about that? All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And always thank you for watching. God bless.